Hello and welcome back to some more Sega GT Online. This is part 32, and in today's part we're going to be tackling most of the second stage for Season 2. And yeah, I think we used the Tipo for a bit, and as good of a car this is, I don't want to completely wear everyone out of just seeing the same car like over and over again. So I see. So we'll put that up for sale. Then I want to use the Caspita because the Caspita is really good, but this is also really good too. Well, I think we'll go with the Caspita. I think the Caspita is a cool car and it deserves to be used. So we'll give this thing a go. Oh yeah, that's right. I already did that. I forgot. Okay, so this thing can't have the thing. So I can get a bit more power out of this, but not as much as I initially thought I could. That's, I say that. 630 horsepower in a car that weighs 815 kilos is nothing to sneeze, is not really anything to sneeze at, so. Yeah, you can really tell this game really probably should have given you more money, even at this point in the game. But not quite what they did. Oh well. Let's give the Caspita some runs with the event races. Oh, not event races, excuse me. What am I doing? The official race, excuse me. There we go. And stage 2 consists of 4 events. There's no stage that consists of more than 4 events, but you get the idea. So, Eagle Flight is the first event. It's a simple speedway track, and I think even on a track like this, I think the Caspita should work out. Especially when the first car on the grid is a Camaro. But yeah, the Caspita, when you get it, even though it can only be tuned to be naturally aspirated, this car is well worth using when you unlock it, because it is fast. It is fast, and it's fast, and it's very good, and it's very nice around some technical tracks. So when you get this thing, definitely give this thing a spin. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Franco, because like this is probably going to be, because I think Hamilton only agreed. I think he only agreed to a single gear. So by the time George Russell inevitably joins Mercedes, I think it's going to be interesting to see who becomes his teammate. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I was mentioning that. Oh yeah, that's right, with Bottas, because they both. This is probably both their last years. You think Ocon's gonna go to You think Ocon is gonna go to Mercedes? Alpine could sign Gasly. Yeah, I mean, I mean, maybe. That's probably where Gasly should go, because he should have still had that second seat with Red Bull. But unfortunately, I say this about Red Bull a lot. Their biggest fault is that they have a tendency to put all their eggs into one basket, and that's Verstappen's. They need to really get behind both drivers. Because that second seat at Red Bull hasn't really been succeeding ever since Ricardo left Red Bull. Yeah, I think I would be more capable of beating the record if this thing could go slightly faster, because that time I think was set with my Mustang. I mean, that's also possible with Van Dorn, but we'll have to see. But pretty much but yeah. We're just gonna have to see what happens, I guess, in terms of like Formula One roster, the team rosters next year. We'll have to see where kind of see where that goes. Anyways, a clean race, which isn't surprising because of the track. Yeah, like 10 grand. We're in the second part of the game, like in this mode. They could at least give us a little bit more money, game. Like, come on now. Oh boy, a part I can already buy because of because of Zen. I just need to double check. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, let's put that into the, let's get that into the car. And that, okay, that was like, oh wait, brakes as well, right? The Caspita is a really good car, so we might as well do that to get the absolute most out of it. But you could see, just again, it's just disappointing with the game and money wise, and I'm doing the wrong thing again by going to the event races. We are gonna need some money, and unfortunately I think that means we're gonna probably sell the GT90. Because the GT90 is a great car, like it's one of the coolest cars. Problem is, in this game, it's not one of the. In this game, it's. I just want to event races again. Problem is, in this game, it's not a very good. It's not a very good handling vehicle. Like it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad around the corners. So, I'd rather just use the money from that to put it into a car I already mentioned I want to show, and that is the Type C Streamliner. There we go. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. The amount of wheel spin I'm getting from here. But yeah, there's a reason though I wanted to show the Caspita at this point, because the Caspita is, yeah, sure, it's only a naturally aspirated car. You can't get the big turbo, but this thing is so good around the corners. It doesn't matter. When you put all the good parts onto it, this thing absolutely flies. And it's very lightweight too, so. And this section is exceptionally bumpy. The spoiler, it's a greasy weasel. Maybe. Then again, the Caspita is sadly a car that never came to be. Like, this is the first version of the Caspita, this particular one. They had a later Caspita, which also sadly never happened. It probably would have happened in Japan had it not been for, like, I think it was economic reasons at the time, or something like that. I think that was largely the reason why the Caspita never happened. All right. This is gonna be a new best. 43.43.5 seconds around here. Very good. It's interesting that, like, I do this part and then, like, we're getting a lot of short tracks. So the Huntsman International is the next one, and that's a Wild Country Circuit, the longest circuit-based track in the whole game. But you probably shouldn't take too over. In fact, that actually might be a car almost worth bringing the. That would be a track almost worth bringing the TPO back out for the P3, but I think I'm gonna stick with the Caspita for it. Yeah, this car is just, it came out at a time when people really didn't know about it, and just it never turned out because just what financially at the time it just wasn't. It was not viable for release. So this car basically kind of faded away, and because many games didn't really promote this vehicle, it's a vehicle that most people have largely forgotten about. I would like to see it in more games. Like, there's a lot of me that really hopes it gets seen in like something like Gran Turismo 7, just because it deserves it. But we'll have to see. So. There we go. We got a clean W again. That's nice. It's nice to have 2 clean races in a row for once. Oh boy, 11,000. We got a whole extra 1,000, and then bonus money. And yeah, it sucks to have to see that thing go. But the money right now, considering the other vehicles I want to do up. They're a little more important right now, so yeah. It's just one of those things where it's just, as much as I don't want to have to give them up, because of how the game is giving out the money and whatnot, it's ultimately just for the best, really. Actually, hang on, let me grab the Esprit back, because I'm gonna round that up. And because we've already got all the best parts on the Caspita here, I don't need to worry about putting any more money into this thing. Stop going to fucking event races, Jesus Christ! Why do I keep doing that? Official race time again. Huntsman International is going to be the longest. It is going to be the longest one. I think we'll just show all 4 races in this, because the first 2 were quite short. A lot of impressas in this race, and a Sport Quattro. I find it interesting. This track is the longest one, longest circuit-based track in the game, and yet for some reason they only put standing nights as 4 laps. But this is still this one. Yes, I know this is technically cheating. Shut up. This one here is still technically 5 laps. It's really bizarre. I, for the longest time as a kid, thought that getting a sub 2-minute lap around this track was impossible. But it is. But with a fast enough vehicle, it is absolutely possible. I did it with the Caterham. I did it last time I was here. I did it with the Caterham with the 150. Well, inefficient. I mean, when I was here with the Caterham, I did it because that was a 152.8. And honestly, the Caspita is such a nice car. Is such a nice car that I believe that a strong enough performance could probably get this thing to do sub 2 minutes again as well. So. This thing really likes to get into that sort of... Oh, geez, I just fucked up that section pretty badly. Yep, see, even with that screw up there, this is gonna be a sub 2 minute lap. It's just weird how as a kid I just never thought it was possible, and I think that's just mostly because, you know, I wasn't good enough to get a sub 2 minute lap, and now it's funny because it's very doable. If you haven't noticed a car pass through on... Oh, did it? I didn't actually notice that. Turns out you got an eagle eye and I don't. Everyone can relate to some video game task. Yeah. What's gonna suck is eventually at some point in my life, I'm gonna get old enough where that I'm gonna start my current ability that I have in these games. I have a feeling I'm gonna start losing that ability, which is gonna be unfortunate. But that's just kind of how life is. But you know, we'll see. We'll have to see where that leads. Oh my god. I'm very, very lucky there. I didn't have another. I really had to slow down for that, or else I'd hit the wall. There I go. Very close to my best time so far. So if I can just nail some of the sections a little better, I can totally do it with this car. And yes, I know I cut that thing again. Shush. They'll notice as soon. They'll notice. They'll notice because you'll have said so. Then they'll go. You'll notice because you'll have mentioned in the comments, and I brought it up. So then if they care enough, they'll look back in the video just to see if that actually happens or not. And then when they realize it does happen, they'll be like, "Huh, interesting." And then they'll just keep watching where they were, probably. Then again, it depends on how many people in my audience really care enough to do that. Because I'm not exactly. I wouldn't call myself big time, not even close. All I am at the end of the day is a fucking dork who likes racing games. And I knew it. It had to do the thing. It had to do the thing again. Oh god, I didn't get enough grip. I didn't get enough grip doing that. Holy crap. I'm gonna be annoyed if this one was like a much huger cash bonus. I can't imagine it so, but we'll find out. Oh Jesus! Yeah, there's no explanation for that one. That's just me just having a moment of stupidity there. I purposely made sure to kind of let off just a little bit there so that I wouldn't have a repeat situation. There we go, a sub 150, 148.8. Oh Jesus, I got really carried away there. it's whenever the game decides we're gonna start spinning the tires to that, it basically takes you for a ride, and then it's like you're fighting. It's one of those situations where it's like, oh, you gotta start fighting for it to control back. Man, I'm going too hard into these corners. I think the problem is I'm starting to get a little. I think I'm starting to get a little careless. I think the only way to fight it is to react so quick enough. I remember to shift down to try and stop the car from doing that. I think it's the only way. I think it's the only way I can do it. Well, there we go. That was by no means a clean run, but doesn't matter. And there we go. Another trophy, as you probably would have expected. Yeah, I lost. I would have been. It still would have only been 10,000 on the longest track in the game. Eat my ass, game. And there's a spree that I have. Get a little bit of extra money, mostly just to kind of make up for what I lost from actually doing that race. Everything on this is still blue. Nice. So yeah, we are gonna. I might as well do the last one. Oh wait. Oh, why do I keep going into event races? I keep doing that over and over and over again. I've done that every fucking time for actually getting into a fucking. Jesus Christ. Anyways, what above here would I not really need? That goes for decent amounts. Wow, you really don't get much for that 205 at all. Holy crap. The RX-3. I have the Skyline. The Skyline's better anyways. Because I think next part we're gonna... what is going on? Why do I keep going to event races all the time? Holy crap. My brain just keep forgetting. All right. Anyways, doesn't matter. Ironside International. This will really be it should be a really good one to show off the Caspita's ability, just like before. Jeez, I almost got a little too close there. I was very worried there because I didn't have a lot of room, but then the Impreza let off and I didn't, so... It's amazing how much this vehicle kind of reacts. It'll do that even in fourth gear. Fourth gear. It'll try to do the red line thing. It has the word race in it in its first instinct. Well, this also says... Well, this one's official race too, so it's like... It's more just the fact that my brain isn't connecting the fact that official race is one higher up on the list for some reason. Also, for whatever reason, they made 6 gear on this car fairly short. Like notably short. I don't know if that was meant to reflect like how the actual car was IRL. I can't imagine that actually being the case, but I don't know. Oop, got nearly a little too close to the wall there. That's a good thing too, by the way, for people worried that I'm like selling all these vehicles. The mod that Zen made means I can always just buy it back whenever, if I'm so declined to. In fact, I might, you know, what I probably should do is I should get in contact with him and I should ask him, like, are you okay with me like hosting this like XBE out for anyone with modded Xboxes that want to try this out? Like, I'll have to ask him if he's okay with that, or if he'd rather wait till it gets updated to a newer state, which it's been a while since then, because there have been reasons. Damn it. I just got too close there. And there. Well, yeah, it's a 6-speed gearbox, but what I'm saying is, like, is 6 gear on the actual car this short? Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, that did not go as I hoped. It's also interesting, like, I haven't been able to get to my, haven't been able to beat my record time yet that I set into P3 earlier with this thing. Like I just find that interesting. I guess it's like I guess that just goes to show you how good the fucking P3 was. Man, like, I cannot get fast enough to beat my record time. Was the fucking the P3 was just that good. Well, yeah, that's right. The P3 was like 2 horsepower shy of being 500 horsepower, and then it weighed 500 kilograms. So it was almost basically a 1-to-1. I'd be lying if I said I was actively trying to see if I could best it here on this final lap. Damn, still no. That was my best one, but I really am underestimating that Alfa Romeo, man. That thing is damn fast. Even with the lower gears, it was still going around here quicker than the Caspita, just because it handles so beautifully. Like, the Caspita is a great handling car too, but that fucking P3 is something else, man. Well, anyways, that's stage 2 done, so we have 3 more events here for stage 3, and looking at the tracks, they're not going to be too, none of them are going to be too overly long, which is nice. And there goes the RX-3. So we get a little more money from that, which is good because I think we are now comfortably at a point where we can upgrade this guy, the Type C Streamliner, and believe me, you're gonna want to see this. So stay tuned next part, because believe me, you're gonna be in a shock of how good this thing is gonna be. So stay tuned for that, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit the like, hit subscribe, leave a comment on the video. Comments definitely help out a lot. Check out my other videos if you are so inclined to. Come watch us on Twitch if you want to see these live, and check out my Patreon if you want to get your name at the start of the video, $1 or more, and that's all it takes. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.